What controls us? Do you ever feel like a plastic bag, drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Well, Katy Perry did. And so do all of us. I feel like sometimes it's inherent to all of us, the feeling of not having control when we strive for it. But what is control? What controls us and our actions? And who can really influence the world? Some would say we follow simple biological functions or abide by the rules of society. Still others would say that it's some kind of mastermind working behind some curtain that orchestrates, that weaves all our lives in an omniscient web. Personally, I feel the struggle for control when I realize what I can actually accomplish. Yet no one is stopping me from snapping my fingers or popping my tongue. So why do I feel like I can't do anything? What can we do, both in general and without consequence, and are there boundaries to what we can do? There's an old saying, those with nothing have everything, but those who have everything don't. Most people feel bounded by the potential for success, either monetarily or socially. But in reality, this can be damaging to anyone, because there will always be someone who has more or tries harder, and you can never really achieve perfection because it doesn't really exist. That is why the right mindset is so important to understand your boundaries. You can only be happy when you look at yourself and your possessions as gifts with gratitude, as opposed to flaws that need improvement. In my experience with school, sometimes over-evaluating academics or work throws off the balance in my life. To feel control, I like to be able to control all that I can do, but really that's impossible. I feel bounded by the time of the day or the energy that I have, and yet that is true, but the only real bounds I have are those I put on myself. So sometimes I wonder, is there a boundary to what I can do? Also, if so, will I ever find it? And though this question seems infeasible, because there are infinite things that I could do at any given time, it's what gives me hope that there is an answer. In searching to find the meaning of control, I find myself being able to understand my boundaries and to understand my abilities further, even if it is just a drop in the infinite bucket of potential. To be able to push the boundaries and to further understand one's abilities gives us control of our actions. In knowing what we can do and what we can accomplish, what we can strive for through what we maintained, our perception of our own abilities and our own truth is realized. We can lead with the confidence to control our actions, even through adversity, because we know how infinite our potential is. One person can change the world. They can push their boundaries, and they can strive towards control of their own life by understanding the limits of what they can do. So if you ever feel stuck, trapped, or in an awkward position, just realize that you're not alone. Everyone has these situations. It's the tendency to control even the small things that allows us to stretch the bounds of our abilities. It is natural to question a person's own ability and to reach their own potential for control through pushing these boundaries. The only people who don't seek control, even within their own lives, are unable to push these boundaries. So my challenge to you is to push, to inch, and to shove your way towards control. And if you get launched back, get back up and try anew, because our potential is only limited by our spirit and how we perceive our obstacles.